Hey, what's up, guys? It's no, stop. No.
Hey,
You're
welcome
a
back.
bastard.
It's I always
Hi,
say
guys.
bastard. I
What?
always say bastard, and all my friends are like, "Oh my gosh, again!" like
Yeah.
that's like your favorite
It's
word.
a bad word.
No, it's not.
You know, I think bastard means.
It means the son of a woman that cheated. on
Bastard is my favorite word. Everybody goes, "Oh look, she
Oh, yeah.
said bastard again."
Fee is here. I forgot.
Oh yeah. Oh. Hey guys, welcome back. Today's
So hey, welcome. Hey guys, it's Anime Talk here. Izzy, So, and Fee are here.
Yeah.
Special guest. Yeah, let's just say she's a special
yeah
guest
special
today.
guest.
She's not gonna be here next week.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like, yeah, but this is her first time on the weekly, so she won't spoil anything. She spoils the show in 2 seconds. So
Unlike you, I have control.
I never spoiled.
Okay.
Wait, are you kidding me?
I think I spoiled. I
Yeah.
spoiled.
So
I don't think
spoiled.
before I talk.
the
Yeah.
actual, like in Fairy Tale, every time we talk about Fairy Tale, he gets to the end before we're even there.
Who?
He spoils the show before we get there.
Oh, you mean our podcast episodes?
Yeah.
That's different. They know what they're getting.
Yeah, but still.
Like what?
You
like,
gotta go through the
like, no,
process.
you're telling me. So, oh my god, I don't know what's gonna happen, and they're like waiting the whole time. No, they watch the goddamn episode. They're gonna listen to our goddamn episode.
I know,
podcast.
but we have to express our feelings
I
later.
honestly, I don't think it's like. I think it's like a drag sometimes when you go.
You're
like,
a drag.
We go plan like by plan, like you know, like one and one and one. Why don't
Okay,
we just-
okay.
my
I
ass
want to cut. I also want to cut to the important stuff sometimes, but I'm just like, wait, I don't know how you guys do this. I'm just gonna
It's like
follow it.
random. But let's address that actually. Yeah, guys. So we didn't upload any
Alright,
podcast this week
yeah.
other than Goblin Slayer, but that was from last week. So yeah, like we're not planning to do this week for any episode for like Black Clover, Hunter x Hunter, Fairy Tale. We never do Tokyo Ghoul, so that's not on the list. Because that shit's total
Yeah.
shit show.
We've been really like this past week has been like a whole mess.
Yeah.
Cause like he like Izzy got sick and like this whole week I had like it was
sick.
my
I couldn't sleep and I just stood up. Like I never slept. I know.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep on Thursday. Like
yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday when I took like someone to the hospital to the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I slept for like I didn't even think I slept. I was around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I went to go sleep. Didn't sleep. I kept waking up every time. Then I heard we had to go take someone to the hospital because they were sick, and I took you guys to school.
Right.
And I never went to sleep. I came back home because I remember I came back home because of the hospital. Like when I
Yeah.
to brought him back home. I think I came home like at 10. Yeah, I came
Right.
home at 10. So remember I never slept yet. I haven't slept. And after that, I was trying to sleep to get like an hour sleep, and then you text me, "Oh hey, it's minimum day today. I'm gonna leave early." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Crap!" And then I'm like, "I gotta sleep."
But you didn't.
I didn't pick you
Yeah.
up. No, because I told someone else to pick you up, but I was still struggling to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what happened
Yeah,
was what?
You text me at like 6 a.m. And
No,
I'm just like,
Wait,
why? What is
seven
this guy talking about?
7 a.m. your time. I think 5 a.m. mine. Right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, why is he texting me at this time?
I
Yeah,
couldn't
last
sleep.
night he texted me at like 4 a.m. and I was sleeping. I was like, and like I woke up, I was like, what the heck?
Anime thoughts. It was literally about the podcast. I was like, hey, let's change it up this week. But
Yeah.
like then after that I slept for like on Thursday. I think I slept for 2 hours. Yeah, so it was from
You
12
crazy,
to 2.
bro.
Yeah, 12 to 2 o'clock. And then after that I stayed up, and I'm like, okay, this is my chance. If I sleep at 8, I can sleep the whole night. I slept from. Let me see. I slept from 9, and I woke up at 1:30, and that was like
1:30. Oh.
so that was like 4 hours of sleep, I think, maybe.
Mhm.
And after
Not
that,
bad.
I stood up. I stayed up again, and that's when I
Really?
texted you guys around 5 a.m. I was up until 6, and then right now today I woke up at 10. Yeah, this is right.
So you slept.
I slept. Okay, no. When on Thursday, that day when I stayed up, I went back to sleep around 9 o'clock. Then I woke up at 1:30 a.m. So that was 4 hours. Then 1:30 a.m. till I think 6 o'clock, 6:30 maybe 7. I don't remember exactly, but I know it's around that time. I went to sleep. Then I woke up at 10. You see that? Today, which
Yeah.
is today. So.
I saw you wake up in the morning. I was like, oh, are you taking us again?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't wake up. I was up. I wasn't waking up from anything. I was just up. I was like so hungry, and then I ate my food, and then yeah, and then that time I went to sleep. Then I woke up at 10. So right now I'm on 3 hours of sleep. No, I don't know how many hours I'm sleeping. I don't know.
Dude, you're crazy. Like, how do you do
But now it's gonna get fixed because it's it should work out. Stays up another day. But yeah, that's
so that's one of the reasons we did. He
Yeah,
got,
but
you
that
got
was
sick too.
yeah. I was still sick. Yeah, because it's just acid reflux.
Yeah, and
shit.
I had finals week, so that
Yeah.
was fun. Like, I literally did not focus on anything other than my work because I was like cramming everything I didn't do in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
it's funny because this week was the only week I was like anticipating you guys to be like, okay, we're gonna do it, and then nobody texts, and I'm just like, what the
Yeah.
hell?
That's why she's on this podcast instead of the fairy tale one, because we never did the fairy tale
Yeah.
one. So we're just like, let's just bring her on for Friday's podcast. And yeah, this is us now. Now
Yeah.
let's just end the podcast.
Yeah.
It's okay. Let's just end the episode.
So today's topic will be
We'll just talk about the first time we experienced anime. Like, what was our first show? Like, what was it?
how we got into it.
How we got into it, like from each person.
What we watched,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, and it would be
What
cool.
made us
That's why I thought
watch
Fee.
anime.
I wanted to get Fee into this
Yeah.
because she never watched anime. She started watching it like recently, not recently, but like early. Like it's been like
It's been like a whole process.
yeah, it's like a whole
really.
process, you know. And I think it would be cool like to just talk about it. So like if whoever wants to
I
start.
think you should start because my story comes from your story.
Okay, fine. Okay, so it'd be me, then Fee. All right.
Yeah.
So what happened was let me see, 1942. Hitler just declared anime is
1820s.
banned, and I was like, why is anime banned?
What did it do?
And then anime was even I think created. When did anime?
Oh, actually, I searched it up.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been a while. Like since like the 80s, probably.
yeah, it was. Yeah, anime wasn't created around that time. Yeah. Holy shit.
I mean, Japanese cartoon like probably was obviously created.
Yeah, and imagine how many times they tried to kill it.
Shut up.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll just talk about my first time. So for me,
My first timer,
yeah, first time, I'm scared. Sharing my story. It was a horrible day. No, okay, so what happened for me, like, let me see. Okay, so I'm one of those guys that actually watched anime, like, in my childhood. Like, I'm one of those guys that grew up with it and then stopped in a long period. Because at the time, I didn't know it was called anime.
Yeah.
I just watched them.
Because it was a show.
Yeah, so my first show for sure was Naruto.
Naruto.
Yeah, that was like the original Naruto, like when he was 13 years old, around that time. And I was watching it weekly on Toonami, right? Every Saturday I was going there. I was watching it. Like I was obsessed with that show. I also had a brother, and I also had a brother at the time. I had a brother.
Wonder what happened to him.
Betrayed me. And then at the time he also was watching anime, like Naruto actually. And we were so into it. Like I think I was like maybe 7. I'm not sure, but maybe 7 or 8. I don't know, somewhere around there.
Dang, that's young.
Yeah, it was like young. I remember it so well too, like what we were
When
watching.
did Naruto original start? Like 2007, or is that when it ended?
That's 2007 when Shippuden started.
Oh, 2003.
Yeah, it was like 2003 or 2 or something. I remember like it came at the time. Like I was new to it. Like it was new.
Right.
I think, I'm not positive.
Naruto's the best.
Yeah, and then I was watching not only Naruto, I was watching One Piece. I was watching Bobo. Bobo was so funny. And
You
then
watched
what?
Shin-chan.
Shin-chan, I don't remember watching it at that time. I remember watching, I think, Adult Swim, kind of. Like, it was just Adult Swim programming, even though it was anime. Because I know Toonami got, like, canceled. Because because of certain events.
Weren't you also watching Airbender that time or no?
That's the era.
Maybe
anime.
2006 I was watching Avatar.
Fake
because I don't
anime.
remember, I don't think it's early. I don't think it was that early. And
I never
it's
watched.
not fake anime.
I never watched Avatar. I mean, I watched Avatar with you.
It's a good show.
But
I
like,
just
not actually like.
Yeah, like
I didn't take it seriously.
it's a good show.
I know.
Like if I would say it's anime. Like
I kind of grew up with.
yeah, it's that one, but that was like 2005 or 6. I don't remember it that early. No, that one was like when I was watching Nick a lot and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but so let's see. I'm trying to remember when I'm saying like 5 times.
Yeah, but so.
Yeah, but so. Okay, thanks. I'm trying to think. So
Yeah.
I think there was like I remember it ended off. I don't remember Sasuke or Naruto. I don't want to talk about what happened, but it was there was a certain point, and I don't remember when they ended the show, and that's like the blurry part because there was a certain chapter. It was like I don't remember much of it. I think I remember the first two for sure. Other than that, yeah, they got canceled because some kid tried to do like some jutsu and buried himself in sand and died. And
Oh my god.
yeah, I feel bad.
That's
but
not
like,
how the jutsu
that's
works.
not how it works. He was doing like this character's name's like Gara, like he was doing like sand burial,
Yeah.
and he buried himself like physically, like he actually put sand all over himself, and he wasn't breathing.
So he's actually trying to kill himself.
Yeah, and that sucks because like he learned this move from Naruto, and Naruto got a lot of shit from it. I think that was one of the reasons why Toonami got canceled, but I'm not 100% sure.
But Toonami's for a different anime, not only Naruto, right?
Yeah, it was different.
Back, though.
Huh?
Tsunami is back.
Yeah, it's back. I know. I watch it every
Is it
Saturday.
American kid
What?
that watched Toonami?
It was. I think it was like an American kid. Yeah. I'm not sure if that was the reason, but I know that was like causing a lot of shit with Naruto. And they removed Toonami because of that. Because Toonami used to air like around 5 or 6 p.m. So like that's when everyone like the kids would watch. You know, like it wasn't like Adult Swim time. Like they would still run around that time, but like it wasn't Adult Swim. You know. And there was this other show I forgot to mention. It was like FCL. It just came back. Like I think that I remember watching that. But anyway, yeah. So that was like a big problem because at the time like I don't know anything about laptops. I don't know anything about the internet, so I didn't know how to watch it. I was into the show, but I couldn't watch it. Like I think it was like years past. Not a lot of years, probably 2-3 years, and that's when I ended up like this is when we moved, and I was in Chicago. Don't expose me, guys. Don't talk about my life. But let's just talk about Chicago. That's the farthest I'm gonna expose myself. Because Chicago's cool. Anyway, we were in Chicago at that time, and I think I was in 4th or 5th grade. And I remember watching Naruto again. Somehow, I think it came back to Toonami. I'm not sure. Maybe Toonami was still running at the time.
When you were in Chicago?
Like, I think, yeah. And I think, I don't think it got canceled around that time, Naruto. Like, when I told you about, like, what happened.
Yeah, I don't think it got canceled.
I think it got canceled when I was in Chicago. And it just repeated the episodes, maybe because it was like it's like suspended, you know?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, they suspended it or something, and then they brought it back. I don't remember much, but I think that's what happened. Then that's when I was rewatching Naruto. I remember every time I watch anime, I'm always watching Naruto. Like again, it's like it keeps resetting. I can't get to that point where it's a new episode because it keeps resetting.
Yeah.
Which I still had no problem. I loved watching it, and there was a memory. I'm like I can tell you all the memories I had. I was watching Naruto with my uncle. Yeah, and he's like, "Why are you watching this?" You guys know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he was watching it. He was like, "What the hell are you watching? This is so stupid." But he was really watching with me, you know?
Yeah.
And there was this part with Naruto and Jiraiya Sensei where Jiraiya was being a pervert. And it was so freaking funny. I remember where it was. It was so funny. And he was laughing. And he was enjoying it. And you would think it was like a cartoon, but it wasn't like a cartoon. It was like, it's just an anime, like, you know, it's like, you know, when people say it's a cartoon, you get offended, but it's like whatever. Yeah, it's like, it's an actual, like, good show to watch. Like, there's a story behind it. There's comedy and stuff like that. That's when I remember that. Now, another memory I had was, I was sick. And I remember I was so into Naruto that I woke up randomly and just knew the time was Naruto was coming out. Yeah, so like I knew it was coming out.
So you're sleeping on your bed and then like the clock ticks to 5.
I don't know.
You wake up.
Yeah, but the thing
it's time.
It's just time. I just woke up. I don't remember how. And the thing is, I don't know if you guys remember, but remember there was this time. It was the most like it's the worst thing I ever had like for sickness.
Yeah,
it was I had pain on my side, like remember?
Yeah.
And I missed like a week of school or something. It was in 5th grade. I don't know if you remember that fee.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember.
Probably, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and I had a lot of pain on my right side, and I knew like it hurt when I got up, but I had to get up for Naruto. So what I did was I moved. I went to the living room, and another thing is there's a problem with our TV. Our TV did this like heating thing where it's like it wouldn't turn on unless you put a blanket over it. I don't know if you guys remember that. So I did that. I put the blanket over it, turned on the TV. It was like setting up Naruto. Like I was like 5 minutes before I was about to start, and then I had my blanket because I was in pain, and then I was in my couch watching Naruto, and that was my memory from that. Now I think we skip a little bit. Now this is where I think like it got canceled. Like now, that's when I think when I, because I don't have any more memories other than that. Like I think it got canceled around that time. Now I think a few years later I'm still in Chicago, and I'm like, okay, so I heard this, like someone was talking about Naruto, right? And I'm like, oh my god, I love Naruto, but I can't watch it. And they were talking about it, and they were talking about like he's doing this and that and this, and I'm like, what the hell? Are you serious? I didn't know any of this. I keep rewatching the same parts. I don't know anything about Naruto. And then that's like, I'm telling you, Naruto literally is in my life, even though I'm not watching it. It's everywhere. Again, we skip a little bit, and I'm using a laptop. It never even crossed my mind to actually search up Naruto on, like online. I saw a video of Naruto Shippuden, like something. I don't remember what was happening, but I saw it, and I'm like, what the hell? Like,
what is this?
What is this? I want to see this, and I can't watch it. Now, let's skip more. Like, now, at this point, obviously, I'm not an anime guy. Like, I don't know nothing about anime. I didn't even know it was called anime. I just know a show called Naruto, and I'm following it somehow, and I'm not, like, understanding how to watch it. Because there's nowhere to watch it. Shippuden never even aired, I think, on Toonami until, like, 4 years ago. You know? And the thing came out in 2007. So, now, few years later, now I'm in my junior year. Right? Now, this is where I keep hearing about Toonami or something again. I'm watching it on Cartoon Network, and I found out Naruto is back. Right? So I watch it again from the beginning until the end. And this is when you come in, but you can bring up your story after me. Okay, I'm watching Naruto from there. And I'm watching, like, all the way till the end. Oh, not all the way to the end, but, like, a certain point. Because what happens, they stopped at the point. Again, same spot. I never get past it. And they announced Naruto Shippuden is coming out. And I'm like, I didn't even finish Naruto yet. Like, they're going to show Shippuden on Toonami, but I haven't even finished Naruto. And when Shippuden came out, they restarted Naruto again. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, okay, I'm so tired of this shit. I still wanted to watch it weekly just to have that joy of watching Naruto every week. And then what happened was, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to watch Naruto online. At that time, I knew how to use a laptop. I'm going to watch it online. I watched Naruto like that. Like, everything. The fillers. Remember, I didn't know anything about fillers. I watched it. I enjoyed everything. I watched all the movies. Then I went to Shippuden. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm going to watch it every week. Like, normally. Like, just like that. So I watched Shippuden, and I watched, like, one episode. I'm like, no, you know what? I never even watched it on Toonami. I remember. No, I was like, okay, I'm going to just take a sneak peek on Shippuden. And I watched the first episode where it was Homecoming. That's what it was called. If you guys remember how it started off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was like, no way! And then I started watching the whole thing from there. Every freaking day I would come home and just watch Shippuden. And, like, I don't even remember doing my homework.
Homework?
I don't even think I had homework at that year. I was a junior. And I kept watching Shippuden every freaking day. Like, I could not stop. Like, it was like a binge crazy. I wouldn't watch anything. When, like, I come home, straight to my computer. Still have my clothes on and everything. Just drop my stuff, watch Shippuden. Watch 4 or 5 episodes. At the time, I had rehab. Like, I was doing rehab for my back. I would literally, like, watch, like, episodes on my phone in the rehab center.
Really?
Just watching Naruto, like, non-stop, you know? And then that's when I caught up to the dub. And I was so pissed. I'm like, no way, that cannot be it. And then that's when I decided, I'm like, I'm gonna try that Ching Chong shit.
Oh my god, stop!
I'm gonna try the sub. I'm gonna try the sub. Guys, relax. I'm just joking. I don't think it's Ching Chong shit. But yeah, it's like that's what people say when they hear sub. Damn, 20 freaking minutes I've been talking.
Oh my god.
But anyway.
Seriously.
Yeah, so this is when I tried subbed. If anyone there knows, I was listening to dub the whole time. But this is when I tried sub. This is the first time. Like I said, not an anime fan at the point. Didn't know what anime was until I watched like the last episode of the subbed episode for Naruto. So I'm watching subbed for Naruto.
In your junior year, did you know it was called anime?
I don't think I did. I don't think I was just watching. Like I was just like watching a show I liked. You know, I didn't want to like
didn't question it.
I just didn't question it. I watched it. You know? And by the way, at the same time though, I'm watching these like episodes. I'm watching the Toonami version too. So I'm watching that every week, like the original Naruto and Shippuden. You know, so like I'm
every line of
Yeah.
any episode.
yeah, like I'm just watching everything Naruto, like even though I watched it. And then when I got to that point where there was no more episodes for dubbed, I was like, dude, I need to do something. I'm like, oh, I see subbed. Subbed has like 50, 70 episodes done. Or I think it was more than that. It was probably 100 or something. I'm like, I gotta watch. And I watched the first episode. I was like, ugh, I don't want to watch this. I can't handle the voices. But I was forcing myself. You know, it's like, I like the dubbed Naruto. I didn't like it. I mean, I have nothing against subbed. I'm just saying, like, coming from
used to it.
yeah, I wasn't used to it. So like when I heard it, I was like that. But it's like you get used to it, and then like okay, they're really good. I like dubbed, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was listening, and I was like, every time I listen to subbed, I'm like, well, you know what? It's not that bad. Okay, it's good. I'm watching. I'm listening. Everything good. And then just watched all the subbed episodes, and that's when I started watching Naruto weekly, like every week. And when I got to that point, I found out about fillers and stuff because there was like good points. And they had like these fillers, and I was at that point where it's like the best exciting part, but then they started playing fillers, and I was like, what the hell? But I still watched the fillers. I enjoyed all the fillers of Naruto. I watched them. I'm like, I had no problem. And then that's when I started watching Naruto, like weekly, every week, waiting every time. And then after that, that's when my friend, he's like, I think. He brought up Naruto or something. I'm like, you watch Naruto? Like as I said, it's like you don't watch Naruto. To me, he said that to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't I watch Naruto? Why can't I watch Naruto? Are you serious? Did you not hear my journey? Did you not? You know how many times I watched Naruto, the original one, like many times. And yeah, he questioned me, and I was gonna kill him.
You dare judge a book by its cover.
You know how he was saying it though? It was like, you don't watch Naruto. Like, no, you know. Like, I had those moments like, oh, you don't watch Harry Potter. There's no way. Name one spell from Harry Potter. I'll beat your ass.
Hogwarts.
That's a spell. But yeah, he's asking me, he's like, no, you don't watch Naruto. I'm like, yes, I do. And I'm like, what part are you in? And I would say, blah blah blah, this and this. I don't want to say it. Like, I was on this part and this part, and I'm like, he's like, you do watch Naruto.
Oh my god.
Well, no shit. I just said I do watch Naruto. It's surprising to hear people, you know, like, it's like they're coming out for some reason. I'm an anime fan. He's like, oh, you watch anything else? No, I just watch Naruto. I was like, anime. I'm like, anime. Like, at that point, I didn't say like, oh, it's called anime. I'm just like, oh, I just knew. But it's just like from society, genre. Like I know what it was, right? But I didn't see like as anime, you know, like I just saw the show. And he told me, yeah, you should watch other shows, and that's when I started watching like other shows like Blue Exorcist and Fairy Tail. Like those were the second shows I started watching, you know. At the time, I used to watch Naruto and One Piece like way before, but you know, like I was watching Blue Exorcist, Fairy Tail. And that got me into it because I heard one time in Blue Exorcist, like they swore like something like that, and just surprised me. And I'm like, they're really showing this. Like he swore for some reason. I don't know why I was surprised by that.
Cartoon character.
Yeah.
They don't.
That's how you. Yeah, and then you see the blood, and then you see like the adventure. You see the story. You see the drama and shit. And you're like, holy crap. Fairy Tail in the beginning, I wasn't like. It started off with Lucy, and I was like, eh.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it, Lucy.
And then, so from there I started. Yeah, what?
Sorry for your phone.
I don't care. So what was it? What did I say? Yeah. From there, what happened? I'm trying to think. Yeah, and I just started watching shows, dubbed and subbed. Like the matter. I was just an anime fan. I just enjoyed it. You know. I did cringe at the idea of watching another anime. I was like, nah, I just want to watch Naruto. That's it. That's something I care about. Like, I'm not into. Yeah, but then like my friends, like he was really like, oh, you have to watch this. You have to. Okay, I gave it a chance. I saw like he told me the shows, like Fairy Tail and stuff, but I saw Blue Exorcist on Toonami, and that's when I watched my first episode on there, and I'm like, okay, I like this. I found this myself. I'm gonna keep going. You know, and that was the best. I think if you find out the first few shows by yourself, you get into it more than someone telling you to watch it. Yeah. You know, like I think that's a good idea. If he like watched already a couple and she's into it now because of it.
Yeah, this was like years ago.
Yeah, this was years ago. Look, this shit was like a process, huh? Yeah. Like it was like if you think about it, it was like destiny. Like I was gonna find Naruto anyway. Like that's what, dude. The thing is, I love telling the story because it's like it sounds crazy. You know, like it's like unbelievable. Like it's just a show, and yet it was somehow involved in my life. Which is so good, and that's why it's my favorite. Other than like the other reasons, is like the story and the action, and the boring fillers. Nah, I enjoy the fillers. I like them. But yeah, that's basically how I got into anime, and that's it. Now you can go. So, 25 minutes
Go
later.
on.
Go on.
Novel.
Damn, I should have said mine last because probably the best story.
We take like 5 minutes each.
It's fine.
Right?
I just mine's different. Yeah, it's just fine.
Yeah. You have more experience than both of us.
Yeah, it's more experience. Like I'm acting like I'm a freaking, I'm a professional. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like I was talking to someone about like recently. I'm messaging. They're like, I hate that. There's a how to say it? Toxic.
Toxicity.
I don't know how to say.
Frick.
I don't know how to say it. But there's like a toxic vibe.
Yeah.
You messed me up with
It's
the
okay.
English.
It's okay. There's a toxic.
I'm really good in pronouncing.
There is a toxic vibe in the anime community, where it's like I know, like someone will say you have a shit point of view because I watch more anime than you. It's like so stupid. Like I don't like Dragon Ball Z, but I'm not gonna like totally shit on it. Like that's someone else's thing, you know. Like what? I'm not gonna say, oh, they watch Dragon Ball Z. They don't know anything about anime, you know. Like there's a lot of people like that. Oh, how do you watch this? This is shit. Like this is total shit. I watch more anime than you. That's why I know. Like who cares? Just watch the goddamn show. Watch what you like. You know.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Sometimes anime fans are cringe.
Yeah, they're pretty cringe sometimes.
I'm an
Yeah.
anime fan.
That's why we're trying to like destroy this community and build something better. Code
Yeah.
Geass shit.
Yeah.
But anyway,
T-pose.
so go to like say your story because I think it's gonna be a long.
I feel like we're running out of time.
I-
Sizzy.
I just want to make sure. Everyone says this shit.
Detail by detail, bro. Anyways, so my journey was quite inflicting on my life.
When she talks really
Wait.
slow.
So,
She,
Um,
I like how she's absorbing the moment.
yeah, I'm just like trying to bring all my memories back, okay? So, I started watching. Okay, so I kind of followed your journey.
I was somewhere in between the journey.
you know, like you like when you went, I kind of followed you. So like, I remember when we were in Chicago, and you would be watching Toonami's Naruto, and like sometimes I would come in, and I remember this specific memory. I was on a bunk bed because we had a bunk bed. And then you were watching Naruto, and then I was just there because I didn't know where else. I was little. I didn't know where else to go. And then I just remember Naruto going through like the woods and with his Naruto jumping run thing. I don't know why, but I remember that specific memory, and I was bored. I was actually bored. Like I didn't have no other thing to do, so I had no choice but to watch Naruto. And I didn't know what it was, but after that, I started to like it. Like after we moved from Chicago. Or like in Chicago, but like after we moved from that certain place, he started watching Naruto and Blue Exorcist and One Piece, and I was watching it too, and I was actually interested in that because I was like more grown and mature, and I thought I don't know. Every time I remember on Saturdays when Toonami came, I just watched it, and I kind of got spoiled, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
But like. I took interest in that, and when he started watching Fairy Tail on Netflix, I was watching it. I was so into it. I was like, whoa, this is cool. I like this.
So technically that would be your first anime.
Yeah, because Naruto, I didn't watch, like...
You watched bits of it, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like you were on the actual road of watching Naruto. Okay.
I didn't know, like, I don't know. I just, like, watched it whenever he watched it. But, like, there are some days I miss Naruto. I'm like, damn it, what happened?
Yeah, so...
So technically, Fairy Tail is my first anime I watched. So I was watching it with him, and, like, on Netflix, there's only one season. So I came in, like, the middle of that season, but when we finished, or did we finish it?
Fairy Tail?
Yeah.
I think I finished Fairy Tail before you, but
Yeah.
then I was rewatching it.
Yeah.
And then you watched it by yourself, like, as, like, you were
Yeah.
like, I was, like, going back to my thing, and then you were, like, watching it. I'm like, I do not remember being on episode 60, but that was you watching it, like, by yourself.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
was watching it, and we started to watch it together. Like, he made me watch it again, like, from, like, the first episode.
Oh, yeah, I think you were watching it on, like episode 5 or 6, right? Yeah, I remember, you remember that, like, the arc, I'm not gonna say much of it, but there was an
Yeah.
arc about the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you didn't watch it, and I was like,
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Yeah.
Like, beginning, the first chapter ever, I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
But I came after that chapter, and that's what got me hooked. Because, like, I didn't know what it was. and then he finished it. But then he watched it again, and then he watched it with me.
I love watching animes twice or 3 times.
Like, every anime I watched, he watched it more than me.
Yeah.
Like, he watched it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that...
when you have no life. keep going.
After that, I don't know, I just got into anime, and I think after that was Blue Exorcist.
Uh-huh.
Because I remember watching it, and then I remember one time I was watching One Piece, too.
Yeah, we were watching... No,
Yeah.
the thing is, man, that pissed me off, is that because I wasn't an anime fan that much, but I was still watching One Piece on Toonami when I was watching Naruto. And remember, we used to watch it every week. And the thing is, we were watching it like on episode like 300.
Yeah.
And we were
we were watching it like it looked like the anime. It like already progressed so much, and like it's like the late.
Like it was like high quality. Like because if you know, One Piece was like
and
in 2000.
I was so confused.
Yeah.
I was like, who is
either.
this character? Why do they do this? Like I was confused, but I just watched it because like why not? And then after that was like years ago, and after that I've been watching anime. And, like every year I watched like what. 10 animes every year.
Yeah, like the way it works, I think, is like I would tell you, like we have like a schedule or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
so,
we
like,
had a schedule.
Yeah, every
like a planner and a calendar on the wall, just like, alright, this is what we're gonna watch today.
Honestly, it did feel like that. Like every time she finished a show, I'm like, oh, she'll be like, what are we gonna watch next? What's next? What's next? And we would like right after that show, like we would watch it like right after.
Like we'd binge watch it.
Yeah, and the thing is, we're at the point where we can't. Because there's not many shows, you know?
Yeah, because we watch, like everything, technically. Like,
not everything.
But,
like, everyone that says, like, oh, you have to be an anime fan to watch it. You know, like, we watch Death Note, Code Geass, and stuff like that,
except for Dragon Ball Z, okay?
Yeah, except for Dragon Ball Z. Not, like, I'm not, like, I don't want anyone to
One Piece.
I don't want people to get mad. Like, it's just, I'm not into Dragon Ball Z that much. I understand it's probably a good anime. You probably love it way much more than Naruto, and you could probably give me facts of why it's better. But understand, it's just my opinion.
Just
relax.
Please, we all have our opinions. Respect it.
There's more to your story, or?
I don't know. I think that's it. Like, ever since then, after I started getting into Fairy Tail, I don't know. I was like, I was shocked. Like, whoa, what is this thing? It's entertaining. Let's see more of it. And then he gave me like after that we watched more, and then there was a time when you were watching Hellsing and I was watching it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Cause like the blood and gore, I really like blood and gore. I don't know why.
I think it just makes it more like adultish.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're given that situation where life and death is at stake.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And you look cool when you watch it in front of like people who are not anime people.
You look cool. That's
and
like
that was
every
so...
anime person says.
It's
you look so cool when you watch it.
Yeah, because it sucks. Because they come at the part where like Lucy takes off her shirt or something.
Literally.
like really, Lucy.
I was just talking to someone about anime, like someone that doesn't watch anime. And then I was like, wow, this is really good. Like, that's why I watch this anime. And they're like, this literally is so perverted. Why do you even watch it? I'm like, you don't understand. It's Lucy's fault.
That's always the thing. When you tell somebody, oh yeah, this is a good, they go, are you serious? It's so perverted. Like, why do you even watch this stuff?
But like, it's in
it's
shows
not.
though. It's not only anime though. Like, there is perverted shows. Like, they make sense.
It's because it's animated and so like it had a cartoon, but not cartoon. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that innocent feeling, and it has this perversion to it.
Yeah.
It's more like it shows more expression in an anime.
But not every anime has fan service. It's just
I know they're just judgmental, okay, guys.
Yeah. And sometimes the fan service they do is funny as hell. Like it's really funny. But anyway, let's get to Fee now. Fee, go for it.
Oh man.
Screams. Ah! Leaves the podcast.
Stop pressuring me.
Okay, so I did used to watch cartoon when I was younger. Like I would wake up on Saturdays and like go downstairs to the basement, watch TV. And the cartoons that I would always stick to would be Yu-Gi-Oh! And
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not a cartoon.
No, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is anime. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know.
It's
but like
technically
Yu-Gi-Oh!
anime,
And then I was exposed to like Pokemon, but not that much.
Pokemon's anime as well.
I was never exposed to Pokemon.
Really?
My whole journey, I did not watch one single episode of Pokemon. The only thing I knew about Pokemon was Pikachu. I knew some kids in school that were like actual geeks, not to make fun of them, but they were nerds. They like Pokemon and stuff. I was like, oh, Pikachu.
No, I have nothing against
Let's
Pokemon.
go.
Like I said, like I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah,
It's just people are into it. People are into it. It's fine.
I don't know.
It was just because it was there, I'd watch it. Because I was young. I didn't know what SpongeBob was not, but I would always watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like my number one cartoon.
Okay.
But then, yeah, but Dragon Ball Z, like, I was sort of exposed to it, but, like, I didn't like it. You know, I was like, there's nothing against it. It's just, like, I don't know. I just didn't like it.
The thing is, I forgot to mention, I did see Dragon Ball Z. It's just that that's how much I'm not really interested in that show. It's like I've seen Dragon Ball Z and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. Like I've seen them a weekly. I used to watch Dragon Ball Z weekly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it wasn't that much.
I never watched Dragon Ball Z.
But anyway, if you go for it.
And like Izzy, I didn't know like what anime was back then. Like I had no idea what I was watching was considered anime. So, but I just watched it because I liked it. But then I remember going to Izzy's place and watching Naruto with him. Naruto and Airbender, but the Airbender was a while after I started watching Naruto. But like I wouldn't sit there and like binge watch Naruto. It's just like I would go see what they're doing. I'm watching this, and then okay, I'll watch with you because there's nothing else to do. So I just sit there, and I remember this one scene in Naruto where he can I say like he was turning into Ninetales, and it was like earlier when he was a kid.
Oh.
And yeah, and then and I'd be like, what is going on? Why is he turning into a fox? Why does he have whiskers on his face? Like I had so many questions to this guy, and nobody knew how to answer them. And I was like, you know what? I don't like this. I'm not watching this.
Confused as hell. It's like I don't. No, I can't.
I don't understand.
Like, what is going on? I don't. There's so many questions, and none of them were answered. And then like I think that's the last of the anime. Like no, Izzy didn't know it was anime either. We would just sit there and watch it, and so we didn't know what it was, but we still watched it because like it was there. And all I thought it was like a Nickelodeon TV show because I remember watching Nickelodeon with them a lot, so I didn't know where it came on. And then along with that, Airbender. After I think what was it like? You said 2007.
Stupid.
Airbender. I don't know.
You mean when Avatar came out? Yeah, I think it was like 2006 or 7. I don't think it was like early. Yeah. It had to be around that time.
Yeah, and then you were going crazy for that show, and I'm just like, okay, let's see what this show is about. And then I would watch with you guys, and this guy had an arrow on his head, and he was bald, and I'm just like, why do you watch this stuff? And this was when I was younger, right? I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, 2005. It came out 2005.
Dang.
Yeah, this is like, I was young. I just sat and watched whatever was on because, I don't know, I was bored.
Yeah.
And so then high school hits, and I hear stuff about it, but like, it's just little pieces of it. Like, I hear Naruto, and my question was always, why does he have whiskers on his face? And
no, people have whiskers on their face. You know that?
He had like whiskers on his face.
But people have whiskers on their face though. Like in real life.
Oh.
Are you serious? You never seen that?
What do you mean?
Are you guys kidding? Okay, keep
Freckles.
going. No. Whiskers. But keep going on your story. I'll show you after.
Alright. So every time I asked that question, nobody knew how to answer it. And I'm just like, alright, this is ridiculous. You know, there has to be a reason why he has whiskers on his face. But then, like, I wouldn't like, dive into it. I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm not anime, I'm not into it, because it's weird. I was the one that said, yeah, it's weird. Why would you watch that? And because I knew that Izzy kept watching it, too, even in high school. And I'm just like, you're weird. every time I'm, like, talking to him or something, he's always, like, watching Naruto, or watching this, or watching that, and I'm just like...
You watch a lot of shows.
Hmm?
You watch a lot of shows.
Yeah, I'm more into anime now, like I...
No, but, like, in general, you watch a lot of shows.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, a lot. Like, TV shows. Like, you watch TV a lot. Like you go on Netflix, you like most of the shows on there, you watch it.
The thing is, that whole thing with Netflix, I watched it at work. Like, I was bored. I had no choice. That's why I was more into the shows. But before that, I was still watching anime. Like, and until now. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, and then there's one time when it was after I graduated and I was overseas and you guys came to Chicago. It was what was it, 2016. You guys came for summer break, and then when I came back, everybody was watching anime. And I was like,
I just realized that when I came back to Chicago, I infected everyone with anime.
yeah.
Because that's when, the other girl, she used to watch Death Note, and then
Oh
after...
yeah! Oh my
And
god!
that's once I planted...
Everybody's watching anime.
That was the time actually I got into anime.
Yeah, that's when we came, and when Fee's sister, she asked me about Death Note. That's when we started watching Death Note, and from that on, from Death Note's ending, we had Fee watch that. We had Fee's brother watch that, and I think some of the cousins, they seen it because they kept asking me about some stuff about it, and that's when I infected their family with anime.
Yeah.
Like a disease.
Literally, he got like all of our relatives.
Yeah, because I know it's a good thing. Like, I'm not bringing them into some type of cult, dude. It's good shit.
He was like recruiting us into his little cult. It was a cult. I'm not saying it's not. It's a cult.
All right, continue with your story.
And then so everybody's watching Death Note, and I'm just like, all right, I guess if everybody's doing it, I'll give it a try too. And like, I didn't watch the whole series. I watched like episodes, but I did watch the ending, so I figured out what was going on.
Which was a waste.
Damn, what a waste of an ending,
Freaking
man.
literally when I got into anime, I watched Death Note. I think after Fairy Tail or like Blue Exorcist.
Yeah.
And that was literally my favorite. Like
that ending was a masterpiece. Like, it was too good.
That
not
was
to
literally
watch.
my favorite, and like that made me get more like Fee's sister. I actually talked to her about that because somebody mentioned about like anime like Full Metal Alchemist. I'm like, you gotta watch Death Note. It's so good, and like I knew she'd be into it too. And after that, she got into Black Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, I was like, "Oh, you're watching more. Let's
go." That was
go."
a bad choice, though.
Yeah.
It
It was a mistake.
But anyway, if you keep going.
So Death Note, it was good. I watched the last episode, and I was like, all right, this is a pretty good show. But then, like, I didn't get exposed to any of it later on, because I was like, no, I think this is enough for me. But then, when was it? Okay, this is where how it all started was after my brother got married. He said something referencing Naruto. And I was like, oh my god, you're watching this too, aren't you? And he was like, yeah, why wouldn't I? And he said something like, I'm the Hokage of this village or something like that. And I'm just like, you gotta, what does that even mean? What is a Hokage? And then I looked up,
A hoe? Kage?
And I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay, leader of a village, okay. It sounds interesting. And I'm just like, you know what? He's gonna keep referencing. Might as well just watch the whole show. And I started watching it. And I watched the 3 seasons on Netflix when he was a kid. And then I was like, okay, this is pretty good. And then after that, you introduced me to Shippuden. And I was like, okay, how am I gonna watch Shippuden? It's not on Netflix. And then you were like, yeah, watch it on Kiss Anime. Watch it on this. Watch it on that. And I'm just like,
don't say their name. I
mean,
we buy our shows, right, guys?
Yeah.
We subscribe to Funimation, Crunchyroll. We buy the CDs. We don't watch it illegally.
That's bad.
That's bad.
We're
No.
Watched it on Crunchyroll and etc. Okay, so
and then they're like, wait, don't you watch it dubbed? Crunchyroll doesn't have it dubbed. Anyway, yeah, keep going with your story.
And then like he was like, watch it here, watch it there. I got an account for this, watch it. And I'm just like, okay, I'll watch it. And then I think I stopped midway into it, and then he told me it was like 500 episodes long, and I'm just like, wait, what? 500 episodes? How am I gonna watch all of that?
He's like nodding his head in approval. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the conversation.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, no, just watch it, because, like, some of them are fillers, these are canon, these are this, and I'm just like, what are you, what are fillers? What are canons? What is this whole world you've opened me up into? And then he was like, yeah, I have a list, and he showed me the list, and I was like, alright, I'll just watch all the canon ones. But, like, some fillers I did watch. Most of the fillers I did watch in the beginning because, like, they were funny and I didn't mind
They're
watching
good.
them.
I like the fillers. They're not the best, but like they're decent, like compared to
Yeah,
other
but, like,
shows.
yeah, but, like, later on, they became, like,
Annoying.
a hassle to watch and
Yeah.
annoying. Yeah, because, like, they would cut into important parts. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, okay, I don't care what happens here. I want to know what happens here. And then that's when I started skipping, and that's how I finished faster and, got caught up with everything. And then while I was watching Naruto, I had a hiatus where I was like, okay, I can't keep doing this. For some reason I stopped, and it was like a month or two that I haven't watched it. And then he was like, "Did you watch Naruto?" He would remind me, "Did you watch Naruto?" And I'm just like, "No, I didn't. I keep forgetting to watch it. I'm in school. I do this. I do that." And then I'm just like, one day I was like, all right, I'll watch it. And then I started it again, and then I started again, and then I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna keep doing this. And I was binging nonstop. I would stay up till like 3 a.m. to watch. Even on school nights, I would stay up till 3 a.m. to watch these episodes.
That's crazy.
And then,
You guys are crazy.
No, I wouldn't. No, for me, I can't stay up, like if I have something to do the next day, because it'll make me more nervous. But anyway, yeah, keep going for you.
no, with me, it's like if I'm gonna watch this, I'm gonna binge watch it. Like, I'm gonna stay up and I'm gonna watch it no matter what's happening. And that's what I did. I binge watched it because it got more and more exciting. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing this. And I got caught up until I couldn't watch anymore because the dubbed wasn't caught up with me. Because I caught up in all the dubbed, but there was more episodes that were only in subbed, and the subbed episodes were not dubbed yet. So I kept asking Izzy. I was like, all right, when is the next new dubbed episode? When are the next set? And he kept telling me it's like in a month or two, in a month. And I'm just like, I can't keep waiting on this, man. I got nothing to do. I'm bored. I need to watch something. And then he told me to watch. What did you tell me to watch?
I don't know I don't remember what. Maybe Attack on Titan.
I think so. I watched. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I started watching that with my brother because he was watching it too. And I was like, all right, I'll watch Attack on Titan. And it was pretty good, and I liked the show. And I was like, all right, this is dope. And then I would look on Netflix, and there was like this whole anime category, and I would skim through and see which ones I would want to watch. And then I saw Fairy Tail, and I saw Seven Deadly Sins, and I was like, okay, these two seem interesting. But I started Fairy Tail first because I remember watching clips on YouTube. And then the thing that caught my attention was the music, like the soundtrack that it had. And then when I heard the soundtrack, I was like,
Wait a minute.
Wait. Hold up for 1 second. Do I hear a child near you? Because I'm about to punch him in the face because they're ruining my podcast right now.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm trying to shut them up, but the door's locked. I closed it. They're gone now.
Okay, cool. Continue your story. Sorry.
I was trying so hard. But yeah. The soundtrack was what caught my attention, and I started watching Fairy Tail on Netflix. And I think there was like 1 or 2 was it 3 seasons on Netflix?
They had 50 episodes only on there. Or 48.
Yeah.
48.
I watched all of those episodes, and I loved it. And then there was like nothing else after, and I was like, what the heck? Like, what am I gonna do now? I wanted to watch more, and I thought it was the end. I didn't know. I thought like that's it. There's no episodes. I have to wait.
You know what's the best rush? Like if you're sniffing cocaine or something or snorting it, is like when you watch something and you get so disappointed because you're like, there's nothing to it. Like you're just caught up to the show, but then you find out there's like there's like 500 episodes right after.
That was literally us today.
Yeah.
We talked about this show that we were binge watching the past weeks. It's called The Disastrous Life of Psyche. I just found out today that the second season was already out.
Yeah.
And we thought there wasn't
there was no more. There's no announcement.
Like
but
there was no sign.
It's subbed, but it's not dubbed. So we'll find out with the dubbed. But anyway, Fee, keep going. We keep interrupting.
Sorry.
Sorry, Fee.
No, it's okay. I don't even know where it was. Oh yeah, and I found out there was more episodes to it after I started watching Seven Deadly Sins. That was like 1 season or 2 seasons, and then I was like, okay, what the heck? I got even more pissed because I couldn't finish Seven Deadly Sins. And then you told me that you had an account on Funimation or Crunchyroll.
I think it was VRV, but let's not say anything more than
Oh
that.
yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm
Too
sorry.
much promo.
It's not about promo, but there's another legal issue why we can't talk about
All
it.
right.
And I'll bring it up after the podcast.
Oh,
Keep it hush hush, bro.
Anyway, you goddamn it, I hope we don't get sued. God damn it.
What?
Nah, it's okay. I think we'll be fine. We didn't say shit. We didn't say shit. Anyway, keep going for it. Go.
And then what's it called? Oh, and then you told me there was like a million other seasons. Okay, like 3. What was it? Like 7 seasons. And then I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, Fairy Tail, right?
Yeah, on Fairy Tail.
Uh-huh.
I was like, what are you talking about? No, there isn't. And then you're like, yeah, there is. Watch on this account. And I'm just like, no way. And that's when I started binge watching Fairy Tail. And then I started watching Full Metal at the same time. And then but I watched Full Metal like the old version because I was told to watch the older version before I watched the new version.
Who told you that?
Don't.
Oh, her friend.
Are you serious? I'll kill her. What the hell?
I remember.
Wait, is it her friend a guy or a girl? I'm gonna kill either way.
The girl.
What girl?
Girl. Yeah. And don't do that. If anybody was.
Oh! I know who she's talking about. I was like, okay, yeah, nah, she's fine, but that's wrong.
You're incorrect, bro.
I mean, the thing is, because I think it would be like a turn off to watch Brotherhood. Because like the original one was good, but it's like you're rewatching it again, but like I think it's a hassle.
Yeah. That's what it is. Because I watched that, and then I didn't like the ending, and then when I started watching Brotherhood, it was like the same thing as the first one, and I'm just like, why am I rewatching this? And they're like, no, it's new. There's new episodes. There's new things happening. There's more episodes, and I'm just like, I get that, but if you're telling me I have to watch the first episode, which is a repeating of the original, why am I gonna watch all this all over again? And that's what I started lacking on Full Metal, and then I mean, I'm still lacking. Like, I haven't finished it. I'm still in, like, the 10th or 11th episode in Brotherhood. But, yeah, that's when I started watching, like, all these other shows. I watched Assassination Classroom. I finished it, like, yesterday.
No, wait, you
Oh,
finished
yeah?
it?
I
Oh,
finished
my
it
God.
yesterday.
Do not talk about it. We gotta talk about it after the podcast. Oh, my God. No freaking
All
way.
I'm gonna say is, it's an amazing show, and y'all should watch it. Whoever hasn't watched it, y'all should watch it.
Dude, I watched that shit 4 times, dude.
You're crazy.
And let me tell you, I cry every time. Anyway, yeah, keep going, B.
This is such a good show. And then what else did I watch? I think that's it. Yeah. Other than those are the only shows I have watched. I haven't like explored into more shows yet. But I still have Attack on. I watched Tokyo Ghoul, but I didn't watch this new season.
Yeah,
I have to watch that.
don't do it. Honestly, it's not. You don't need to watch
Not
it.
worth it.
It's so not worth
We
it.
haven't
you
been
go,
caught up for like the past 4
I am.
episodes.
I'm not interested in watching it. Like I'm not like. That's what sucks. It's such a good show. It's such a waste. But honestly, if you want to watch other shows, which is probably better for you, and you can come back to it, you're not missing out on anything. If anything, it'll probably make you hate like watching anime again. Like just.
Bro, we have a
don't.
full list for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, if you want, like because we're like talking to Fee in a couple of months. Like, when are you gonna watch the show? When are you gonna do that? When are you gonna because she was in school and stuff. I feel bad, but like we just want her to be like to understand. There's way much better shows. And
Oh,
it's,
yeah, I get that.
like we would like tell her, oh, watch Gintama, watch this, watch that. You have
Gintama,
Gintama's so good.
Just hearing like Gintama makes me happy and
Yeah,
sad
just
at
make-
the same
yeah.
time. It makes me want to cry.
I
'cause
do
miss it.
want to watch all those shows. I want to watch Blue Exorcist. I want to watch that show. I want to watch so many shows. It's just that I don't know. Like I could, like, you know, have you ever had that feeling where you want to do something but you're just so lazy?
Yeah, you just gotta like, for me, like how it worked, how I was watching these shows, I kind of like planned it, like scheduled, like, oh, like I'm not gonna watch any other show like other than the thing I'm binging, you know. Like I didn't have
Yeah.
anything to watch weekly, so that was like the good thing. So like if I'm watching like Future Diary, I'd like binge it. So like it's like if I have nothing to do, I'm gonna watch Future Diary. If I'm gonna eat and watch something, I'm gonna watch Future Diary. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna watch Future Diary. You know, like if I'm gonna watch a show for some reason, I'm gonna watch Future Diary. You know, like just to watch that show and just focus on that.
Whenever you have a break, just
Yeah. Like if I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna watch Future Diary. Like I'm not gonna watch The Office, even though I love The Office, but like I'm not gonna watch anything else but Future Diary. That's how I got it done. I think I got Future Diary done in 2 days.
for real.
Yeah, because remember I was in high school at the time. If you were watching these in high school, you would have got the shit done. Like that's
probably,
you guys need to understand. Like you're in like your so is like honors like shit. You know, like she's not gonna get this shit done. For me, I had nothing to do. Like I didn't give a shit. Like I would literally watch the shows in school.
Wish I could.
You know?
Yeah.
So like for me, like that's why high school was laid back as shit. And you guys, if you know my senior year schedule, I only had 4
Yeah.
periods. Like I literally got
I
out.
told my friend, she was like, "What?
Yeah.
How?" I was like, oh,
Yeah, I only had like I left at like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at every day, and it was like that's how much time I had. So like that was the good thing is like
I think I actually might be able to pull that off.
if you can do it, that'd be so good for you. Honestly, I think it's the best when you leave early because you make fun of everyone else. I'm telling you, I was the only one who was stable with that freaking schedule because there was kids who tried to do the schedule but failed at the second semester because they had to catch up, like their classes. I didn't. I was good. Anyway, Fee, keep going with your story because we keep interrupting.
I mean, like that's it. Like I just told you, like up till now, I'm still watching. Like I finished Assassin's Classroom, and then I want to start. I still want to watch Brotherhood, but I just don't know when I'm gonna watch it.
You know what? Here, this is my suggestion. Don't watch Brotherhood. Just go on other animes because this is like the only way. Like if you stop on an anime, sometimes you're not gonna go back to it because like there's a reason why you left.
I
right?
think you should watch it
Yeah.
after you're done with all the.
I
anime.
say do other shows and then like maybe in 3-4 months time come back and try it again when you have nothing to watch, and then you probably would want to watch it from the beginning again. Like you'll watch those 10 episodes. It's up to you. I don't know. And then
I'll probably like the thing is like I watched an episode or two like recently. It's just like when I feel like it, I'm just like, all right, I'll watch an episode or two of this. You know, it's like it's whenever I like, there's nothing else to do, and then Full Metal is just staring at me, and I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll watch it.
yeah, that's fine.
That's how it is.
Okay, here let me give you an example. I was watching Gintama, right? Dude, it took me like a year and something to finish it. The thing is, what happened to me, same exact situation. Huh?
It took me like 1 month to finish it. That was like
yeah,
the
but because
only
I paid,
show.
but it's because I paid for the subscription. I was using something
so,
else.
yeah. The only show I've ever binge watched, like actually binge watched, like stay up all night, was Gintama.
Yeah, you're lucky you had a summer at that, like summer break.
Yeah,
at the
I
time.
had break last summer. It was the best.
I was rushing her because I was like I wanted to watch the new episodes and I wasn't watching the new episodes. I was waiting for her. But like, what was I saying? Oh, the Gintama. Yeah, I think I was like watching up to episode 80 or 60, right? I had to stop because it was so irritating opening that website sometimes. And the thing is, see, I think what's a turnoff for me sometimes is subbed because I have to read, and knowing I have to read. It depends on the show or what mark they're on, but like reading like 300 episodes is like kind of irritating, and people are like stop over exaggerating. No, that's kind of turned me off a little bit, and it was just irritating at the time. And then I stopped. I stopped for a while, probably I say 4 or 5 months, and then I got back into
you
it.
You were telling me, oh, I'm watching the show, it's so good, but I haven't watched it in forever.
Yeah, and then that's when I paid for the subscription. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just sit down and watch it. You know, I'm gonna watch on Crunchyroll or VRV. And that's when I was like watching it nonstop, and that's when I kept telling so you have to watch it because I remember you were hesitant because you're like sub like remember we watched it on Kiss Anime?
Sub.
Yeah, but it was so good, like it was so worth, you know. I wish I would like I wish I finished it faster, you know. It was so freaking good.
It's almost so good.
Yeah, and did we all did our stories right for?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that was like an hour.
Great.
Yo, no one gonna stay for that long.
I know. I actually want to also talk about like so far from all the anime we watched. the top 5. I think we talked about it before, but like more like, you know.
We could do that in another podcast.
You think?
Yeah, I think it would be better, but like we'll just do like another 10-15 minutes of just talking of shit. You know, like BS crap. But yeah, like I mean that was honestly everyone's anime experience. And it's just
not everybody. In this
Yeah, in this room. Yeah, like I'm saying in this room. Just 2 people. In this room via internet Skype. Yeah, so like honestly that's crazy though. Like it's just crazy how it revolved.
Yeah, literally
like,
it all started because of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
you for that.
Starts crying.
I don't know how I would have been without that. Thank you.
It's honestly that's the thing is I'm just glad we weren't those people that were judging it in like seconds.
Yeah.
It just progressed, you know.
I think
like
me and you.
Like it's not like this. No, I can't watch this. No, it's just like you can slowly expose yourself to it, no matter if you see it on like the internet or if somebody's watching it. You expose yourself to it, and then later on, for some reason, something clicks, and you're just like, I actually like.
And the thing is, you can't show someone Naruto or Fairy Tail or Bleach or One Piece or Dragon Ball Z. Unless they're very into the show, like you can't give them that. You can't give them the first episode like that, like the first show like that. It has to be like something like Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, something like
small, like
something small, not something small, and
but
you
also
know,
like it has a good plot and
like
story.
it's so good with plot, like it's gonna get you in like seconds, you know. Like Tokyo Ghoul was one of those shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first episode, you can like anyone
Tokyo Ghoul was so good.
Yeah, I mean that's our opinion though. You know, guys, relax, don't kill us.
Tokyo Ghoul was actually so good.
Tokyo Ghoul is so good.
But it's
was so good. Okay, let's clarify that.
But yeah, like that's how it works. Like you give the person a little like an M&M, like one M&M, and then you start giving him like M&M number 2 and 3, and then you keep him more M&Ms, and you give him the whole bag.
But diabetes,
Then after that, get diabetes.
Then after that, you have diabetes too.
Yeah, after that you get diabetes too. And then you keep giving them all the M&Ms, and then you buy the factory of M&Ms, and you just keep giving them.
There's no more M&Ms, and then you have to make your own M&Ms.
Yeah, and you gotta wait for M&Ms to come out with new versions every year.
That's literally us right now. We're just waiting, like 2019. Let's see what animation.
Oh my god, 2019 is gonna be so good.
Dude, honestly, this year has been so good.
Yeah,
for anime.
now it's gonna be more.
So
it's gonna be like really good for next year.
It's improving. It's like anime 2.0.
Like, we can't wait till next year, blah blah blah. I'm just like, I can't wait to finish this old show that everybody's already done with.
No, I think you know what, I think you're in a good situation. Like that, I think if you start out anime, like I think it's like the best experience because you're watching all the shows everyone says is great. Yeah. It's like you're gonna watch like Code Geass, you're gonna watch Death Note, you're gonna watch like Assassination Classroom.
I'd wanna rewatch them.
Yeah, like they're so good. Like they're just plot wise. Like people say Code Geass and Death Note like one of the biggest like shows, like the best.
Code Geass is so good.
Code Geass is so good.
I actually want to rewatch that.
I do too, but the thing is like what people get turned off of is animation quality from it.
Yeah. That's what really like I was so iffy about that.
That's
and like
a big thing too.
Huh?
Like animation quality, how they do their graphics and stuff. That's like, what.
Yeah. A lot of people say that like it's like a big thing. Like you know your brother Fee, right? This guy, you guys don't understand how hard I worked with this man, trying to get him into anime, trying to get him to watch Naruto. I'm trying like any other show. God damn, like this man.
He's watching like My Hero.
No, but you don't get it. You don't get the stress.
It takes a whole freaking process to get this.
You know what he said about Naruto in the beginning? He's like, I'm not gonna watch that little kid shit. Like, and dude, this guy is so obsessed with the show, right? But you guys don't understand. Like, I've been telling this guy, you gotta like watch it, give it a try. He won't give the shows a try sometimes. Like, he gave Code Geass a try one episode. I knew his taste. I'm like, he's not gonna like it. I just want him to try it. Try the first episode if he's into it. But like the thing is with Naruto, I'm like, he's gonna like it. He's gonna like it.
From 1 to 10 on how judgmental he is, he's 500.
Yeah, and I can't wait to bring him on this podcast so he can start judging people.
The thing is with this guy, he's not gonna like it right off the bat.
Yeah, you have to give him time.
There's this facade going over for him. Like he's like, nah, that's lame. That's autistic, but once you force him to sit down and listen or watch to something that you like, watch something
He's
you
like,
like,
Next
he's
episode.
gonna be like, all right, what's the next episode?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is with like if I have family or friends or cousins, they ask me what show to watch, and they've already watched a couple of shows and like anime wise. I'll bring them into Naruto. Like that's how I got Fee's brother into it. Which got Fee into it at the same time because she's also seen me watch it. And she's like, okay, let's just watch it. I got so into it, and she just by just watching it, just being there. I got our cousins to watch it.
And they're pretty judgmental.
They're pretty judgmental too.
Like
except
we
for
come from a family that are like
judgmental wise.
really, really picky.
You know what it is?
Uh-huh.
Naruto is the gateway anime to all other anime.
I would say that, but man, I'm telling you, it'll like turn off people the first episode because of the quality, and it's slow a little bit. I mean, I love the first chapter in the beginning. It's my favorite. It just ties everything in. Like it's so good. But like if I try to show people like if they never watch anime, like they can't get into it. There's no way. It's hard. It's a little bit hard with. They need to get like that feeling like, oh, this is exciting, this is so good, I'm interested. So that's when you show them Attack on Titan, or you show them like My Hero Academia or something like that, or Tokyo Ghoul. Like I keep saying those because I think those are the top like adrenaline, like it gives you that rush, like you want to see more because the way they start out in those episodes. Like I think the first episode is so important, you know, or it's like good to know like that's how it gets people's attention. Yeah. So like that's basically it for what's it called, like our experience and the judgmentalness of people.
Yeah, I'm like I'm so judgmental. Like I'm saying this like when I see like the cover or whatever it is for a new anime, I will judge it hardcore. I don't know why. Just like I literally judge a book by its cover. Until I see the first episode, I will judge it. I remember when I was watching. Or when he recommended Code Geass, I was so iffy about it. I was like, nah, bro, this is like 90s stuff. I don't know, thank you. But then when I watch it, I'm like, oh, let's go. Keep going.
And it's good, yeah.
And like Mob Psycho, those, like the animations are pretty wacky, you know?
Yeah, like it doesn't, like, oh, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, and like Hunter x Hunter too. And there's this one this just like blows my mind on how I did this. You introduced me to the Heroic Legend of Arslan.
Yeah.
I did not want to watch it because it didn't look like my style. Right now, it's like one of my top 5.
Yeah,
anime.
like the thing is, for me, I wouldn't recommend a show. Like if I'm like, oh, dude, it's so good, you gotta wait. Like I know for a fact you'll like it. Like I'm not gonna force down the show. Like I know some people can't handle a certain show because of that. You know, like Fee's sister, I don't think I would introduce her to Naruto that quick. Like, you know, like I would show her Code Geass. I would show her like more
what suits her? Like what's best for her?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Like I actually like we know her personality and what she likes, and introducing the certain animes that like involve like her, like, you know, her likes and stuff, she's gonna get into it.
Yeah.
She's gonna ask for more.
I'm gonna tell you this. Even after you guys left, even recently, I think it was like last year or something, this summer break, she actually did like watch some animes.
Like what?
I forgot what it was. I remember she watched this one. I forgot what it was called. It wasn't like that much. I didn't like the graphics that well, but it was.
Ajin.
Is it Ajin?
Yeah, it was Ajin.
Oh,
no!
Really? No, I mean, that's fine.
Ajin.
I don't listen. That's one of the.
Like, that's the judging of the animation. Because with us, we think like Ajin. I don't know how to say it, or Agent. I don't know. But we saw it on Netflix and we saw the trailer, and it like the plot. It looks so interesting. It's just the animation is.
It was I watched a few episodes. It was interesting. It's just I did not like the graphics.
Yeah, that's 3D.
It's not like
it's a new type
style.
of. That's the Netflix. The thing is, this is a Netflix original. Yeah, it's like it just amazes me. It's like they try so hard, but then the Netflix original, like it's not as good. Like, do they not understand what we want? I mean, they probably like Seven Deadly Sins is good. Like, I like, but there is other shows like I want to watch it, but I'm like really turned off by it. But like I said, we have to try the first episode.
Yeah, I really feel bad though, because it looks so interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Like when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? But then I saw the animation, I'm like, why do I have, why can't I have nice things? Like, no, I mean, like, they're, why? I don't know. We'll probably
see one
try
day.
it.
When we have nothing
Yeah.
else.
Like, nothing at all.
Wait,
like,
Fee, what
watch
else
all
does
day.
she watch other than John?
That's the only. She doesn't watch anything now because she's always working. But that was the last thing I saw her watch.
That's what sucks, man.
Her work.
Yeah, her work.
It takes all of her time.
Yeah.
Like, all of her time. She's, like, up until, like...
That's what I'm saying. She'll never
watch.
watch Naruto. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's my
I
issue.
know.
Like, she'll never watch it.
Yeah, like I started Naruto 2017, I think, and then I didn't like I didn't because you remember I said I had that hiatus even
Yeah.
through the 2 years after. I literally finished watching it last semester of my university year.
Yeah, that's true, right? Yeah.
Yeah, then like we also, since you bought that set from Amazon, we finished watching that too. I think it was last week, I think. And then we're like waiting for the next set.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that one too anyway. Yeah, and then and what we're gonna do is like, remember how we got the CDs, and I sent it to you by mail, right?
Yeah.
Nothing digital, right? Just
Right.
CDs, right?
Physical
because
copies.
Amazon, I bought from Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we actually, I'm the guy who actually notifies everyone when dubbed comes out.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah, he's like our, what is it? Our anime. What do they call it?
The what?
I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind.
Freaks out. Leaves the chat. Yeah, like I always tell them every time when the set comes out, because I don't want them to like search it up and get spoiled. Because I hate that shit, man.
I never ever search up Naruto.
Yeah, like I'm so
Never.
iffy about it. Like I would say even for our anime Instagram account, like I'm so careful what kind of memes I put for Naruto. Even the spoilers. Now I posted a video recently from one of the the episodes from Naruto, and it's like a dubbed episode, and it kind of did spoil a little bit, but like I mean I'm like, this is dubbed though, you know? Like they should, like it's out. Like dubbed is like 2 years behind, so like everyone should be caught up at this point, but you never know. You know, like that's what
I
sucks.
did get spoiled like through people and through the internet, and I got so mad. But it was like stuff.
But let me tell you though, like even though you got spoiled, like I'm telling you guys right now, trust me, there is so much more than that. They can spoil something, but like there was something about like Kakashi. I'm not gonna say it, but like when I got spoiled, you guys already know what happened. But like I got spoiled for it, you know. And then there was other few times I got spoiled for it.
I remember when I was
Yeah.
by Kakashi.
Like the stuff that was the spoilers, they were like stuff that you already expected. Like you already know, like, oh yeah, obviously he's gonna do this, or obviously this
At the same time though, like no, because it's like it's not about me expecting it. It's about it's context. Yes, this happened, but you don't know why or how or something like this. Like what was the reason or something like that. Like that's like the biggest thing and the issue, you know. Like, and I was still surprised when I knew about the spoilers, because like holy shit, that did not happen. Like I want to say it after. I'll tell you guys after.
Yeah,
because
I know what you're talking about.
I think Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Well,
No, I think we're
today, some amateur decided to ring the fire alarm in my school and freak me out thinking it was a school shooting. So, yeah, shout out to that guy. Thank you for that. My freaking, once I get out of school, imagine, that would have been like a nightmare. Anyways.
When you get mad. Yeah, that's freaking ridiculous. I don't know why.
Some kids are so immature.
Winter break prank.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, I don't have time for once, right away when the bell rang for people to leave.
That's actually messed up, because if they rang the bell and you guys actually had to waste another 30 minutes actually getting ready for the line and stuff, you know, like even though it's the last minute of class or whatever, you still have to form that line if there's a real fire.
Not after the bell rang.
I know, I'm saying though, because after the bell, if it happened that minute,
I'd run. What the heck? I don't have time for
you
that.
have to stay.
No, I don't care.
They can
You
get in
think I have
trouble.
No, I don't care.
Let's just
I'll
end
be
it
like,
here.
I already got picked up. Sorry.
Let's just end it here, because I would love to keep talking, but no one's gonna listen to an hour and 15-minute podcast.
I would.
Huh? Yeah, but we're not famous.
I would too.
I mean, listen. I listen to an hour. I listen to 5 hours of a podcast before.
You're crazy, bro. I can't even.
But
listen to
you
12
guys need to
minutes.
understand. No one gives a shit about us.
Literally, we're doing this.
No, it's sad. Why?
Yeah.
Shout out to my fans.
I guess. Let's just.
Shout out to one person though.
Yeah.
The person that's
I'm
always
dead.
watching and commenting. That person's cool. I like that person. Me too.
Shh.
We have to keep it low key.
Can't let them know we only have one fan.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's end it here. We can have more content next week, I guess, because we'll run out of content one day.
Oh yeah, I have more things to say, but let's
Let's save it.
Save it.
I guess we can just end it here.
We have to. We have no choice. All right, guys. I think that's it for Anime Talk.
Wait, we have to wait until it's 16.
What? 16 what?
16 minutes, 1 minute, and 1 hour and 16 minutes.
No.
Hey,
No.
hey.
That's so uneven, though. I would have waited 1:15.
No,
not
well,
1:16.
you're too late. It went.
But like at this point, you can still end it there. They're not gonna care about the
No.
22 or the 20, like the point second.
No,
one's gonna
I
care.
care
You
about
can't even
that.
see that on the podcast.
I know, but still.
It's about the principle, okay?
Well, why can't I just do my intro and then we can end at 1:16 exactly?
What
All right,
principle?
I mean, my did I say intro? My outro.
Anyways, guys, I hope you had a wonderful day. Tune back into Anime Talk.
Okay, you're
Next time
taking too
we-
long.
Shut
Look, look. See,
up.
now you're gonna waste time.
Okay,
into
guys,
your-
thanks for watching.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I didn't even get to say my shit.
Instagram, Twitter.
You're so stupid. You're so
Okay,
stupid.
bye.
Don't end
Go,
it.
go, go, go.
And no.
Oh my God, why are you,
You
so
did- you
annoying?
literally- All right, guys.
You ruined everything.
Let me say my shit. All right.
End it.
If you literally let me say my shit, we could have ended it by 1:16.
I hate
Okay,
you so
okay,
much.
come on.
All right, guys. You guys need.
Oh, we could have did 16.
Shut up! Oh my God.
Hey.
Guys, come on.
Okay, thank you guys.
All right. So
So, bye.
follow us on Anime Talk is now
Nobody
on
wants to follow
For
us.
freak's sakes! Follow us on Anime Talk is now on Twitter, Instagram. We're gonna make sure we
Don't.
upload those podcast episodes
What
for
episodes?
the new one when the new episodes come out. This
Sure.
week. Yeah, we're gonna make
Sure.
sure we get those done for sure. Fairy Tail needs to be uploaded in Black Clover. Just letting you guys know, it's the episodes coming, not like the recent ones. The ones that
Can I
we
just
missed.
say one thing?
I don't care. What?
Alright, so I would like to point out that this is the first episode that he's actually called me a special guest. Other than that, he would just introduce me, and I feel like a special guest is a good title. So please introduce me as a special guest every time I come on, alright?
Hey,
Um,
but Fee, no one gives a shit about you.
This is not
No,
the
because this shit about
Fee
you either.
show, so.
Wait, let me finish. What else were we gonna say? We never even said the My Hero Academia shit, but
Oh yeah.
who cares?
Whatever.
Yeah, they'll find out.
They'll find out.
Yeah, and then I think there was this thing we brought up two podcast episodes ago about the voting thing. Remember the intros?
Vote for me for president
Yeah.
2020.
Got nothing.
Yeah, so we're not
Didn't
probably
expect
probably
much.
not gonna do it. We'll probably bring it up next Friday.
Didn't expect anything.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
And I think is there anything else to add? I'm trying to remember.
Nah.
Oh, catch us next Friday for our live podcast in LA. No, that's bullshit.
Okay,
Where?
bye.
Where?
So,
It's
bye. Go, 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 go.